Hello everyone, and welcome back to this new session. This sacred clearing is a space of remembrance, healing, and reconnection for starseeds, lightworkers, healers, and all who walk the path of soul embodiment and service. Here, we release what no longer serves. We remember what was never lost. We restore what has always lived within. This journey offers an opportunity to gently dissolve distortions, release old contracts, remove blocks, restore integrity to your path, and anchor your presence on earth in service to the greater whole. You are invited to reclaim your clarity, open to soul remembrance, and receive what is rightfully yours, in alignment with divine will, your higher self, and the laws of truth. As the old is released, space opens for the activation of your unique light codes, frequencies aligned with your original soul blueprint, to awaken deeper levels of embodiment, guidance, and knowing. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are exactly where you need to be. Nothing is done without respecting your free will. So be sure to give your consent throughout the session. Now, find a quiet place, put yourself in a comfortable position, start centering yourself with some deep breath, and allow yourself to immerse fully into this session. We now open this sacred clearing session. We call upon the highest divine source, the pure creative power beyond all form, known in the Norse cosmology as the primordial Ginnungagap, the infinite well of becoming. Beloved Archangel Michael, we call upon you with reverence and love. We honor your presence as a divine guardian of light, a protector of truth, and a sacred ally of those walking the path of remembrance. Stand now at the gates of this clearing, sword of light in hand, not to harm, but to reveal, to liberate, and to uphold the highest truth. Wrap this entire session in your celestial blue flame, forming an impenetrable shield of divine protection around all beings, work, timelines, and layers involved. We ask that you now gently but powerfully clear from this space all forms of interference, manipulation, illusion, transgression, distortion, projection, deception, intrusion, inversion, vampirism, and suppression. From any source, known or unknown, seen or unseen, across all time, space, realms, dimensions, and incarnations. Clear all psychic attacks, energetic imprints, negative cords or influences, dark technologies, sorcery, implants, seals, hexes, curses, oaths made in fear or control, and any residual shadow energies that attempt to delay, block, distract, or derail this sacred unfolding. Release it all into the light, only and entirely with the full permission of the soul, the higher self, in perfect accordance with divine will and the law of karma. Let your sacred light dissolve all that is not aligned with the divine blueprint of each being present. With love, precision, and grace. Guard this container with unwavering strength. Let no force that is not of pure divine light interfere with or mimic this sacred work. Let nothing false or distorted enter, attach, or remain. We thank you, Archangel Michael, for standing in service to the truth of the soul, for protecting each path with clarity and compassion, and for shielding this work so it may unfold in safety, integrity, and peace. So it is. We call in the beings of pure light, sacred power, and divine love from the ancient Scandinavian spiritual lineage. Odin, the All-Father, seeker of divine truth, initiator into higher wisdom, and walker between worlds. Frigg, All-Mother, guardian of inner knowing, divine feminine wisdom, and sacred protection. Freya, goddess of sovereignty, sacred sensuality, and Seer, high magic aligned with soul truth. Baldur, radiant god of light, peace, joy, and spiritual innocence. Thor, divine protector, breaker of distortion, guardian of light and sacred truth. Tyr, upholder of cosmic law, integrity, and rightful soul contracts. Idun, keeper of eternal renewal, vitality, and soul youth. The Norns, word for dandy, and Skuld, sacred weavers of truth across all timelines. The Dazur, divine ancestral protectors of the light lineage. Alfur, Landvetter, Huldrefolk, and nature spirits of light and harmony. The Hemingja, our soul's own protective blessing, now reawakened and strengthened. We now call in the higher self, soul council, spirit team, and divine intelligence of each participant and all soul expressions connected to this work. Let this session apply to all incarnations, lifetimes, and soul expressions. All timelines, past, present, future, collapsed, alternate, hidden or fragmented. All levels of consciousness, physical, cellular, emotional, mental, energetic, and spiritual. All dimensions, realms, bodies, and layers of being. From the beginning of your soul's creation until this very moment, and in every place these energies exist. Nothing shall be removed that is not in alignment with divine will. Nothing shall be added that is not of the highest light. This healing shall unfold at the pace and intensity that honors the wisdom, readiness, and free will of every soul. All clearing and healing will be done in full accordance with the higher self, divine source, the law of karma, and divine will. Let all energies released be fully transmuted, and may no interference, distortion, mimicry, or reversal ever touch this work. Beloved souls of light, you who have heard the call beyond time, who crossed realms, lifetimes, and dimensions to arrive in this very moment, we honor you. You did not come to escape this world. You came to be rooted in it, to hold sacred the earth while remembering the stars. You have walked through fire, carried burdens that were not yours, awakened in silence while the world slept. And still, you stayed. You are not here to rise above humanity. You are here to walk with it. Not to judge, but to understand. Not to overpower, but to illuminate. And so, before this clearing begins, we offer you this sacred recognition. May every distortion that has ever been projected onto your path, all false stories of superiority, escapism, or spiritual detachment, now begin to unravel. You are not here to bypass your humanness. You are not here to prove your worth through suffering or silence. You are here to embody your soul's truth. In the rhythm of the earth. In the pulse of your heart. In the presence of the now. We welcome your service not as sacrifice, but as the highest joy of your being. We anchor your path not in urgency or pressure, but in divine timing and wisdom. You are supported. You are remembered. You are not alone. May this sacred work restore your clarity, deepen your remembrance, and reconnect you to the beauty of simply being fully, fiercely, authentically. We open this space in devotion to your soul's original light, and in harmony with the greater whole of humanity. We begin this session with restoring the truth of the Starseed, Lightworker, and Healer path. There are souls who have chosen to incarnate on Earth from other star systems, planes, or spiritual missions. These are often known as Starseeds, Lightworkers, or Healers. Their essence carries codes of healing, harmony, and remembrance, and their presence serves the awakening and evolution of Earth and humanity. But this sacred role has been deeply distorted. In modern spiritual culture, especially online and in popular New Age narratives, These beings are often presented as superior, immune to karma, or above the need to heal. They're portrayed as cosmic heroes who are here to save others, bypass human struggle, or remain perpetually high vibration. This is spiritual illusion. Starseeds, lightworkers, and healers are not here to escape humanity. They are here to embody their mission fully as humans. They have shadows, wounds, trauma, and ego, just like all souls who incarnate here. And like all souls, they are bound to the law of karma, the law of divine timing, and the universal requirement to integrate, heal, and grow. Many of these souls, however, have become lost in false teachings that say they are above earthly experience, or that those who are not spiritually awakened are lesser or unimportant. This creates spiritual elitism, disconnection from truth, and energetic separation from the very humanity they came to serve. And if these truths bring irritation, defensiveness, or discomfort, that's important. Let this triggering be honored as a doorway. It points to identity wounding, bypassing, superiority wounds, spiritual trauma, or old imprints. Allow the discomfort to show you what is ready to be healed, unraveled, and remembered. Wherever superiority or inadequacy still exists, we bring it now to the light. Wherever identity has been inflated or denied, we return to balance. We restore the truth. That true starseeds and lightworkers are humble vessels of service. That they are not here to bypass the human journey, but to walk it with integrity. That healing and integration are required, not optional. That there is no hierarchy of worth, and every soul, awakened or not, is a divine expression of Source. This part returns you to sacred remembrance, humility, purpose, and full soul alignment. We now call upon the all-seeing one, keeper of sacred wisdom and vision, the Lady of divine magic, love, and sovereignty, the weavers of fate and cosmic balance, and the ancestral mothers, guardians of lineage and light, to guide this phase in truth, clarity, and highest alignment. We call upon the full wisdom of your higher self, spirit council, and soul lineage. And we declare that all that follows be done in total accordance with divine source, the law of karma, and divine will. We now release and dissolve all false beliefs that starseeds, lightworkers, and healers are superior, immune to karma, or above human lessons. All spiritual elitism, separation, and subtle discrimination toward those not on a spiritual path. All savior complexes, rescuer roles, and energetic patterns of carrying the world or forcing awakening on others. All distortion from New Age narratives, false gurus, and social media programs that romanticize spiritual roles and bypass integration. All contracts, vows, and energetic oaths to be above humanity or to escape human experience. Any collective overlays, astral implants, or dark spiritual technology feeding hierarchy, ego, or illusion. All subconscious beliefs that lower vibration souls are less worthy or meaningful. All trauma from being misunderstood, mocked, or silenced in your role as a starseed, healer, or lightworker in this life and all others. Any rejection of the human self, human body, or human experience as less than. We command all of this now be cleared, transmuted, and returned to source. Across all incarnations, dimensions, lineages, soul expressions, and timelines. We ask that it be done gently, completely, and in perfect alignment with divine will. We now restore the pure, original codes of the Starseed and Lightworker mission, rooted in service, humility, and sacred remembrance. Deep reverence for all human beings, regardless of spiritual awareness. a complete integration of both cosmic and human wisdom within the soul. The clarity that your worth is not measured by vibration, title, or awakening, but by your alignment, integrity, and love. Trust in your path as a human, that walking it with presence is your mission. The sacred balance of being a divine soul in human form, fully embodied, fully loving, fully real. We now seal this restoration with divine protection and truth. Let no mimicry, reversal, or false teaching distort this sacred remembrance again. It is done. It is anchored. It is sovereign. Beloved Divine Source, Mother, Father of all life, we bow now before the eternal flame of truth. With hearts open, willing, and honest, we offer this prayer of forgiveness for every time we have judged, separated, or forgotten the sacredness of another soul's path. We now release and ask forgiveness for every moment we looked upon another as unawakened, lost, or less evolved, for believing that spiritual identity made us more worthy, for thinking it was our job to awaken others rather than to walk in integrity. We forgive ourselves for adopting distorted spiritual beliefs, taught by false gurus, social media illusions, or wounded ideologies that told us we are superior, special, or exempt from shadow, karma, and healing. We release the false New Age narratives that claimed we must only be love and light, that ignored the depth of our soul wounds and the courage of our human journey. We forgive ourselves for separating from our own truth, for molding ourselves to fit spiritual trends, for disconnecting from our inner knowing in order to belong or be seen. We now offer deep forgiveness to every soul we called toxic, negative, or wrong, forgetting that their soul was also playing a sacred role in our growth, often through pain, friction, and challenge. We acknowledge now that some of our greatest teachers came through conflict, that their actions, while sometimes harmful, also served to awaken, strengthen, or redirect us. We forgive them, and we forgive ourselves for holding on to blame and forgetting their humanity and ours. We release the pattern of painting ourselves as perpetual victims. We take back our responsibility as creators, co-authors, and participants in our lives. We honor the deep truth. Every soul, regardless of path, belief, or behavior, is a part of the divine whole. Every role, healer, challenger, mirror, supporter, is sacred. No path is higher, no soul is better. Only different expressions of the one. We offer forgiveness, also, to the parts of ourselves that we silenced, hated, or judged as not spiritual enough. We now call all these pieces home. We reclaim the wisdom of humility, of curiosity, of respect. We allow others to be exactly where they are, and we release the need to fix anyone. May this prayer echo across all dimensions, lifetimes, and soul timelines, past, present, and future, and reach every soul we have ever misjudged, minimized, or tried to control. May they feel seen. May they feel free. May they feel honored. And may we now step forward as equals among equals, walking in the purity of our truth, with clear eyes and open hearts. Let this prayer be sealed by the great Norns, watched over by the ancestors of light, and witnessed by the breath of divine justice. So be it. So it is. Before your soul ever touched the soil of Earth, it existed in realms beyond time and space, luminous, expansive, often unbound by form. For many starseeds and lightworkers, the descent into physicality can carry resistance, grief, confusion, or even trauma. If you've felt like you don't fully belong here, if you've struggled to ground, or felt disconnected from your gifts, your purpose, or your body, this may be the result of unresolved blocks from before this lifetime, and even before this planet. Some of these blocks come from lifetimes in cosmic realms where embodiment was not necessary, soul traumas from destructive galactic events or forced incarnations, interference from dark alien technologies, implants, or artificial matrices, fear of separation, density, or being trapped in matter, soul contracts or energetic bindings made before incarnating on Earth, imbalances between star origin and Earth mission, creating inner split. These distortions can keep your spirit hovering outside your physical life, unable to fully root into your human experience, your gifts, and your sacred power. But to live your purpose on Earth, you must be here. Fully. Your divinity is not meant to float above the Earth, but to inhabit it, to weave heaven and earth through your presence, breath, and body. Let us now clear, dissolve, and transmute anything blocking your full, rooted incarnation and sacred embodiment of divine light. With the assistance of the divine source. With the full presence of each participant's higher self, soul counsel, and divine intelligence. And under the guardianship of the pure light beings of the ancient Scandinavian tradition. The Vanir and Asir who govern the sacred harmony of realms. We now ask for the full and complete clearing of all blocks, wounds, or distortions interfering with full incarnation and soul-rooted embodiment on Earth. We now clear across all incarnations, lifetimes, and soul expressions. All timelines, past, future, collapsed, alternate, and hidden. And all levels of consciousness, bodies, and dimensional layers. From the beginning of the soul's existence until this very moment. All trauma, grief, or resistance to entering density or form. All spiritual contracts, oaths, or bindings made in non-earth realms that reject embodiment. All memories of cosmic exile, war, or planetary destruction. All negative alien technologies, devices, matrices, and energetic implants. All galactic vows to stay in the ether or avoid physicality. All beliefs that the body is inferior, impure, or a prison. All soul-level despair or numbness around incarnation. All blocks to feeling safe, welcomed, or supported on Earth. All imprints of being too much for this world or not meant to stay. All inner fragmentation between higher dimensional origin and earthly mission. All inherited soul pain from starseed or interdimensional lineages. All unconscious shame, guilt, or regret about coming to Earth. All fear that you will forget who you truly are. We dissolve all residual cords, hooks, matrices, seals, spells, agreements, or devices tied to these distortions. Let all of this now be lifted, removed, and cleared in total alignment with divine will, the law of karma, the law of divine timing, and the highest light. Let all transmutation be complete, total, and irreversible, sealed, protected, and made sacred. We now restore the original blueprint of full soul embodiment, rooted, whole, and sovereign. We activate your deep remembrance that you were meant to be here, on Earth, at this time. You are not lost, nor were you sent here by mistake. You were chosen, and you chose this. We restore. a clear and open connection to your divine gifts and spiritual senses, a healthy grounding into your body, heart, and physical life, the ability to anchor cosmic wisdom without dissociating from reality, joyful participation in the human journey, trust in your capacity to hold both starlight and soil in your being, wholeness across all realms you've ever lived in, safety and belonging in your earth body, on your earth path. Let your soul's star origin and earth embodiment come into divine harmony. Let all fragmentation heal. Let all resistance soften. Let presence return. You are not half here. You are not floating away. You are home, within yourself, upon the earth, and in full alignment with your highest light. So it is. Spiritual gifts, intuition, healing, channeling, leadership, energy work are sacred. But in lifetimes past, or even in this life, we may have used them in misaligned ways. Not always with ill intent, but from fear, wounding, power-seeking, or even under manipulation. This can include using energy to control, persuade, or dominate, channeling from impure or deceptive sources, being used by cults or false priesthoods, spiritual superiority or holier-than-thou identity, cursing, binding, or manipulating others' will, placing oneself as guru or authority over others, ancestors who misused ritual, magic, or power for harm, being involved in fear-based spiritual hierarchies, distorting truth to gain followers, power, or influence. Even subtle moments, offering guidance from ego, ignoring inner warnings, or bypassing our own wounds to help others, can leave imprints of misuse. We do not shame. This is about truth and reconciliation. It is about remembering that you are always evolving, and that real power is accountable. We now call upon Tyr, the enforcer of divine law, and for Seti, God of truth and justice, to witness and assist this release. We ask the Norns to unravel all cords and timelines tied to distortion or misuse. We forgive ourselves, and we forgive our ancestral lines, for all intentional or unconscious harm caused through spiritual gifts. Moments we acted from ego, fear, desperation, or superiority. Manipulation of others' free will in the name of light. Channeling from impure, misaligned, or deceptive forces. Giving false teachings, creating fear, or claiming spiritual authority. Agreements to use power for control, influence, or self-gain. Any participation in distorted spiritual groups, cults, or orders. All ancestral misuse of magic, ritual, or invocation for domination or personal gain. All karmic debts tied to spiritual misuse. Any spiritual contracts made under illusion, oath, or fear. We now renounce all misuse. We release it. We transmute it into wisdom, humility, and divine remembrance. We return our gifts to the light of Source for purification, and welcome them back only in truth, love, and service. You are forgiven. You are free. And your gifts are sacred once more. It is done. It is sealed. In times of global unrest, political manipulation, media fear tactics, collective panic, and spiritual disinformation, many starseeds, lightworkers, and healers find themselves destabilized. The heart contracts. The mind spins. Nervous systems react. Old traumas and ancestral survival fears are triggered. And yet, your role was never to feed the storm. You came to bring clarity through the storm. But this can only happen when you remain anchored, clear, and centered, not when you absorb every narrative, panic at every headline, or collapse into emotional reaction. This phase is to clear all hooks, cords, confusion, despair, polarization, or energetic hijacking from global crises, war consciousness, political drama, and spiritual manipulation posing as truth. It is not detachment, it is embodied discernment and deep soul maturity. You are allowed to feel, grieve, and care, but from your seat of higher knowing, not from collapse. You do not need to take sides in every war. You do not need to fix the world overnight. You are not failing if you choose inner peace over outrage. And if any part of you is still triggered, reactive, destabilized, or unclear, we meet that now with compassion and begin the clearing. Beloved divine source, higher self, and eternal truth within, I call forth now a full clearing across all space, time, dimensions, and realms, to release and remove all energetic hooks, implants, manipulations, and overlays received through media, government, social platforms, or unconscious collective fields. All panic, fear, outrage, spiritual superiority, or despair rooted in external events rather than anchored truth. All beliefs that I must fix, save, or collapse to be of service. Any absorption of collective fear grids, ancestral war trauma, or karmic martyr patterns. All confusion between truth and manipulation, between intuitive knowing and trauma reaction. All hijacking of my discernment, intuition, emotional body, or nervous system through false narratives, psyops, or fear-based agendas. Clear all cords, binds, oaths, and programs keeping me entangled in political illusion, savior complexes, bypassing, or panic loops. Release all inner fragmentation between my human compassion and my soul-level wisdom. Transmute all of this now through the grace of the divine, fully and completely, in accordance with divine will, the law of karma, and my higher self. Let this unfold at the precise pace and intensity that honors the wisdom of my being. We anchor this clearing by speaking this. I now reclaim my right to choose peace in the middle of chaos. I choose to be aware without being consumed, informed without being manipulated, grounded without becoming numb. I reclaim the sacred role I carry, not as one who adds to the noise, but as one who emits truth, clarity, discernment, and divine light. I remember that I am not here to fix the world through fear, but to serve through the integrity of who I am. Let the light of calm, centered truth flow through every cell of my body, and anchor into the earth and the cosmos as one unified being. I trust that when action is required, it will rise in truth, not panic. I remain connected, sovereign, and unwavering, for I know who I am. And so it is. In the sacred stillness that follows the clearing, your being opens like a temple, ready to receive, not from effort, but from alignment. Each soul holds a unique divine architecture, a blueprint seeded by divine intelligence before incarnating. These crystalline instructions are encoded with purpose, strength, remembrance, and connection to Source. Yet for many starseeds, lightworkers, and healers, the noise of earthly existence, pain, distortion, disconnection, trauma, has dimmed this internal knowing. We are not asking to gain more. It is about awakening what is already yours. We now open the space to receive the light codes and activations that are aligned with your original soul blueprint. These are not generic downloads or trends. They are living frequencies from divine source, transmitted in harmony with the wisdom of your higher self, the law of karma, divine will, and the spiritual guides called into this sacred session. These activations may bring restoration of gifts, remembrance of your purpose, the next step on your path, or simply a deep reconnection to your true light. Let go of expectations. Your soul knows what to receive and how. This transmission honors all dimensions of your being: physical, emotional, energetic, spiritual, and all timelines, incarnations, and realities where your soul has existed. Nothing shall be forced, and nothing shall be withheld. You receive what is yours in perfect timing. Now, together, we speak. I now open to receive the light codes and activations that are fully aligned with my divine blueprint. May all that I receive be in accordance with my higher self, divine source, the law of karma, and divine will. I allow these frequencies to anchor through all layers of my being: physical, emotional, mental, energetic, and spiritual, across all timelines, dimensions, incarnations, and soul expressions. Let every activation be precise, sovereign, and pure. Let these codes awaken sacred memory, inner clarity, trust, and embodiment. L. I allow all that is no longer aligned to fall away effortlessly. I receive only what empowers, restores, and aligns me with my truest path. I choose now to remember, to receive, and to radiate my light. And so it is. Beloved soul, you have shown great courage by stepping into this sacred space. You have remembered truths long forgotten, released burdens once carried, and reawakened light that was always yours. As you now return to your daily life, may you walk with renewed strength, rooted in your humanity and uplifted by your divine essence. May the clarity you've reclaimed guide your steps with calm discernment and quiet confidence. You are not here to be perfect. You are here to grow, to serve, to love, and to honor your path, even when it is not yet clear. May your gifts unfold at the pace of your soul. May your presence be your power. May your light reach those it was always meant to touch. Not by effort, but by the quiet radiance of who you are becoming. Remember, there is no finish line. The journey is your purpose. The unfolding is your offering. You are never alone. You are infinitely guided, deeply protected, and always supported. By the wisdom of your soul. By the light that walks with you. And by the sacred work you were born to carry into this world. Go forward with peace in your heart. Trust in your timing. And the knowing that your path is sacred. It is done. It is anchored. It is blessed. Beloved divine source of all that is, ancient ones of light, sacred earth, and all guiding forces that walk beside us with integrity and truth, we offer our deepest gratitude for this sacred work, for the remembrance stirred within us, for the truth reclaimed from distortion, for the clearing of illusions and burdens that no longer serve our highest path. We give thanks for the healing of wounds, seen and unseen, across lifetimes, lineages, and timelines, and for the reconnection to our original soul agreements, in full alignment with divine will, the law of karma, the law of grace, and our higher self's wisdom. To all starseeds, lightworkers, and healers present in this time, may you now stand fully in your sovereign light. not above, not below, but among your fellow humans. In humility, in service, and in truth. May your path be guided by clear discernment, not spiritual ego. May your service be offered with integrity, not obligation. And may your light uplift not by force, but by authentic embodiment. We honor your presence here on earth. We honor your courage to incarnate in this density. We honor the unseen work you have done in silence. And we bless the steps you are yet to take. Let no false guru or distorted teaching ever sway you again. Let no comparison diminish your unique mission. Let no past mistake define your future. We give thanks for every human soul, whether awakened or not. For all are sacred. All are purposeful. All are part of the great weaving of creation. And so, we close this sacred work in gratitude. Not as an ending, but as an anchoring. A remembering. A returning. To truth. To balance. To sacred service. It is done. It is sealed. It is blessed. So be it. So it is.